2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Milwaukee Bucks as they go up against the Boston Celtics in Boston.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter is the Hall of Famer. Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. Here, Celtics leading by 7. Kevin, what a lot of fans don't get to see is all the work players do behind the scenes at home, before games, after games, on off days. Can you talk a little bit about that? Getting your body ready from the end of one game to play the next game. I mean, I've seen it, but you talk about it.
Yeah, the wellness starts right after you stop playing. The minute you come off the court, you're iced. You know, you got to do progressions where right after the game, you shower. Obviously, you got to get massages. You got to get some type of wellness on your legs just because you're running so much. People don't know that you have to lift weights. You know, when we was in Boston, we lift every other day. We had a strenuous strength program. Shout out to B-Do. Brian Du, who's our strength coach up there, never let us get a day off. And if you didn't lift weights, then we find you as a players. Players find you. Because it's important for you to come in here and be strong. We need everybody to be as strong as they can be. So you have to lift. And then actually, you know, you practice. But after practice, you have to put time into your own personal game.
Right. So much goes into it. It's amazing. Bucks trail by 8. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he makes good on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Kevin, when you entered the draft, no player had made the jump from high school to the NBA in 20 years. And what were your emotions when your name was called number 5 overall?
Oh, man, I remember that. It was
17 years old?
17, just turning 18 at the time. I was in like a whirlwind, to be honest. A lot of people don't know it's a lot of stuff that goes up into the draft. You know, things that I wasn't aware of. You're training twice a day. You know, you're trying to get ready for the combine. You're trying to get ready for pre-draft. You got to do workouts. This is all new to me. On top of still going to high school, trying to, you know, graduate and stuff. So I figured it out. I hustled and I bustled and I juggled a bunch of different things. But once your name is called, it's almost like the culmination. It all comes together. It's a special moment for just you and your family and your loved ones and ones around you. And when my name was called, it felt like the world had stopped and everything was going very slow.
And it's blocked by Brown and slam dunk by Henson. Boston leading by 3. Here's Rozier. He feeds it to Tatum. Morris outside to the paint. Here's Baines. Excellent D there from DJ.
Boy, the defense was great. Superb, stellar, platinum level. Can't really contest that shot any better than that.
Fires from 14. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Tatum kicks to Rozier. They set the pick. Morris outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
Gains separation by just working off the screen. Morris been around the block enough times to know all the angles.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Dellavedova. Henson with the screen. Dishes it to DJ. Second chance effort, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Boston.
And the long Henson is a hard cover for the defense. Aggressive when going up with his shot.
A different look for Milwaukee. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Thon Maker. And Tony Snell subbed in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Bad turnover, plain and simple. No other way to describe it. I mean, he just threw it out of bounds.
43 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Rozier, the pass to Baines. Here's Rozier, defended by Henson. Rozier kicks to Tatum. Pass to Baines. Shoots over Henson. And it's DJ with the rebound.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Boston leading by 6. There's a good screen. Rozier, the pass to Tatum. Stolen by Henson. With 2 seconds left, Snell, that's good. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No short. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Yeah, nice beginning so far. This is how you play out of the gate.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Bucks. We've got John Henson. Tony Snell is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's DJ in at the 2. Both shots good from the stripe. Bucks trail by 6. Kevin, of all the people you've faced, who is the toughest guy for you to score against down low? Let's pick that geography. Who is the toughest to score against down there?
Listen, I know a lot of people. I've always said Rasheed Wallace. I've always said Tim Duncan. They're probably the two that brought a different level of play out of me. But shout out to Cliff Robinson, man. Cliff Robinson. I don't know if people know this, but Cliff Robinson, man. Cliff Robinson was one.
Celtics leading by 12. Irving dishes to Brown. Picked by Horford. Shoots from the baseline. No good on the shot. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Rebounded by the Celtics. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Yeah, you need that juice, that gas coming off the pine. Always a luxury to have a deep bench. And when they can step in and play well, you're in good shape.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. To the inside. He's looking for Monroe and finds him. Over Horford. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Celtics.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to beat those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. And those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times where you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. And KG, I have to say, a pleasure to have you with us here tonight, providing your great insight and intellect into these broadcasts. Thanks so much for being with us on the show, and I hope you come by again.
Man, K-Hall, anytime you need me, man, you let me know, man. I'm yours, man. You know what it is.
The great, the champion, Kevin Garnett. Always fun to have Kevin Garnett on the set, Mark. You can tell he was in high spirits as usual. Have to respect his continued zeal for the game.
Yeah, he's never lacked for passion or zeal. It's been part of what's made.
And so it's Boston taking a... Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but he's checked in for the Celtics. Brown comes in for Smart. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Monroe. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. DJ is checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Malcolm Brogdon. Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Tatum out there with Hayward. That's the Boston 5. Clark, thinking back to all the players you played with, was there one player who you just instantly clicked with on the floor?
Herb Williams was a teammate of mine for 2 years in college at Ohio State and a couple of years with the Indiana Pacers in my pro career. And he's one of the smartest and best teammates that I ever played with. Had a really good understanding and feel for the game, had a terrific motor, excellent touch, really good athlete for a guy that was 6'11", and is a dear friend. So he was probably my favorite teammate. And, you know, when I went to the Pacers, he had been there the year before and really broke me into the NBA in terms of things that needed to happen off the court to help me be the best I could be. So I'm indebted to Herb for his friendship and his mentorship as I made it from college. Well, actually from high school to college and then from college to the pro.
When you look at this Celtics roster, a bevy of long, athletic wing players. They seem to be taking a cue from teams like the Warriors.
Here's Dellavedova. Passes it to DJ. Charity stripe shot. Now Hawes. Over in the corner, Dellavedova. He kicks it to DJ. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. That shot's good from Hawes.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Celtics.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
Man, always nice to get win number 1 against the opponent. You'll be seeing a total of this matchup 4 times over the course of the year. So they set the tone tonight, though, for their season series against Milwaukee.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Gordon Hayward.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. And the Celtics, as you see, are stockpiling wing forwards. Brown, Tatum, Hayward, and we're seeing those guys lining up at the 2, 3, and 4. It gives Brad Stevens tremendous roster versatility.
Pass to Rozier. To the wing on the left. Here's Smart. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Now, here's DJ. Tight defense on him, and he lays it straight in.
And, you know, DJ's interior game is very impressive. The big thing for him is that excellent body control. When he takes his time, he's really dangerous in the post.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you later.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go.
Oh, say does that star-spangled.
The Bucks look to take charge at beat. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Isaiah Thomas may be small and...
Great to hear that, D.A. Thank you. Thomas plays with real passion. You can tell he loves playing the game. And still, Chris, a lot of games left. Talk about the marathon of an 82-game season. Bucks have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. From 12 feet out, will not go. This is off the front iron. And stolen by DJ. And that one drops.
You can't let DJ get comfortable down on the block. He's superb at reading the defense and cashing in deep inside.
Thomas kicks to James. Out to Smith. Three-pointer. Rebound, Milwaukee. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
Two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Well, yeah, expect this first game to be a filling out of sorts. Lots of in-game adjustments. I mean, it should be an interesting matchup as the year progresses.
The jump hook lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. DJ's got his second bucket of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
LeBron passes to Crowder. Thompson a screen on Antetokounmpo. Outside for Thomas. Hands it from downtown. Thomas got 8 points. Milwaukee leading by 3. Pass to Dellavedova. Back to Antetokounmpo. Shoots from the elbow. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
That's a tough size matchup there, and he takes advantage of it from mid-range.
James outside. Softly drops in the floater. James has got his second basket of the game.
Love how determined James is down on the block. I mean, he knows there isn't anyone that can stop him inside.
DJ with it. He's against Smith, and it's DJ missing. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Smith outside. He feeds it to Crowder. There's the dish to Thompson. And the pass to Smith. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
Oh, the assist from Thomas. Finding the open man. Nice decision offensively.
Tries from 10. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And there's the 3-second violation. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Cavaliers.
And they've been avoiding those deep threes. They're capable of knocking those shots down from long range, but so far they've really been reluctant to let it fly from that free throw line extended three-point shot.
John Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. Tony Snell comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Rose in the post, defended by Dellavedova. Smith, no good.
He's got to be wondering, how did he miss that? I mean, he had all the space in the world.
That's his 4th miss from the floor. He's made 2 of his shots. Here's Rose. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Puts it up from 12. Back to Dellavedova. He dishes it to Snell. DJ kicks to Snell. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Henson with the screen. And the foul called on DJ. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Bucks making a switch here. Jeletovic is checked in. Outside Rose. he misses the go-ahead basket. Snell unable to get that one. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. The Bucks on top, leading by a point. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the...
For me, at a younger age, I was never...
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Always a good strategy. Get as many people involved as you can early on.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Derrick Rose is out there with J.R. Smith. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Jay Crowder. And it's Jefferson in at the 3. Well, we don't always get what we want, Chris, but if you were in charge of the dunk contest, which 4 players would you personally pick to make up the field?
Man, it's so tough. Wow. I think I definitely want to go with Levine. He's, you know, the ex-dunk champ.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, Westbrook, I think Paul George would be great in there. Of course, LeBron, Griffin. I mean, I don't know. Davis. There's so many high flyers. I just think it's so tough because sometimes the smaller guys have the advantage. Big guys feel like they can't do it because they won't be as exciting. I mean, you know, even our worst dunk contest, I've fallen in love with because you get to see some incredible things. But, yeah, I'd start with them, but so many other players you can pick.
Crowder. That shot, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Snell from outside. DJ dishes to Henson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Screen by Smith. From the baseline. Milwaukee with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result.
Right side Jefferson. Back to Love. And the wide open shot from Rose. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Bucks leading by 6. And on our sideline, our reporter David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said the mind's best yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out. And it's blocked.
DJ is solid at knowing when to leap up for the block shots. Got to be careful with shooting when he's around.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And now a 10-point Bucks lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And for the contending teams like the Cavs, the buyout market has proven to be critical. A very important way to add talent around the deadline.
Yeah, think about what the Cavs.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. "20 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
Well, you know they like to have some plays back, especially a couple of those stupid ones from earlier. But I tell you what, they'll learn from this.
Here's Dellavedova. And so the Bucks take the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Portland Trail Blazers going up against
The starting lineup for the visiting Portland Trail Blazers.
Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action, coming to you live on this Saturday night. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. It's the Portland Trail Blazers taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. And, of course, the big news. It's early, of course, but Brent, for teams that have a number of new players, maybe even a new coach, what's an average timeline for developing a winning chemistry?
I think if you look at, Kevin, the way we've talked for so many years about 20 games into the season, with this much change, you might have to look at half of a season, because there could be some injuries, there could be some scheduling snafus that make it difficult for you. But half of a year, new coach, new players, 41 games seems to be about right in assessing whether or not this team's going to put something special together for the season.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
And it's DJ missing.
Really shocking he didn't take advantage of that golden opportunity there. He needs to be much better in that situation.
Pass to Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got 5 now.
Great fundamentals and mechanics on the catch and shoot. McCollum needs just the tiniest bit of space to get that release off.
Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
McCollum kicks to Collins. Pass to Swanigan. They set the pick. Fires from deep. Lillard misses.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen to complete the play.
Here's Lillard. 38 points for him last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
5 to shoot. Baseline try. That's short off the rim.
Just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep all broken down for Portland.
And really, there's just such a lack of scoring for them from out at the top of the arc in terms of three-point range. And in today's game, you have to get scoring from the three-point range. And that area out above the free throw line extended is a real weak spot for them so far.
Aminu, foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And for a guy who isn't a great jump shooter, Aminu has been very solid at the line, really, for most of his career.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And Brent, Al-Farouq Aminu, probably the best defender on this Blazers team.
Certainly the versatility is there, Kevin, but you like playing with him mostly at the 4. He rebounds well despite being a bit slender. It's his streaky perimeter shooting that makes it tough for the coaching staff to gauge just how many minutes Al-Farouq Aminu is going to play.
Trailblazers leading by 15. Napier kicks to Aminu. He dishes it to McCollum. Knocks down the 3 ball. McCollum's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Trailblazers.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing, the passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
DJ kicks to Henson. There's the dish to Dellavedova. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Good focus from DJ. Clear contact on the shot, but he just stays with it, finishes, and now has a chance for the and one.
Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Maker. Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. Kicks it to Aminu. Expanding his range. Tries again. In deep. Davis drops it in. Davis has got his first bucket of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. DJ kicks to Henson. It's stolen by Aminu. Here's Napier. Rebounded by the Bucks. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
So active defensively, and I love.
And as the first quarter wraps up, welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, the Trailblazers enjoying a nice lead here.
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, that prevented some points, didn't it? Also, how you have that intimidation factor going early on. You wonder if in the fourth quarter they'll think back to the first.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Damian Lillard out there with Napier. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. Then there's Davis. And it's Collins in at the 4 slot. Hey, Brent, it's been said before that champions have no off season. Thinking about that, what's your take on the balance between resting your body after a long year versus really pushing the strength and conditioning that could take you to another level the next year?
Well, I could throw it back at you, Kevin, and ask you about as you get older and your body changes, you have to do different things, right?
And more, yeah.
Right, so in your younger years, if you don't make the playoffs or you're in the playoffs, maybe to take 1 month off and get right back into the gym, your body's ready to do that and in tune. Take a player that's 10 years down the road, there's no reason for you to push your body. You can be a little more specialized and be a little more efficient in terms of what you do in the off season to get ready for what a training camp represents and then, of course, the upcoming season.
Here's Lillard. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Lillard's got 9 points.
The ability to stop there and pull up from any distance, that's why Lillard's defenders have sleepless nights.
Now, here's DJ. He's covered closely. Comes up empty down low.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And that one goes out of bounds. Pass touch by Lillard.
No clue.
The Bucks really having a tough go here. Dellavedova, the pass to DJ. And stolen by Napier. 5-on-3 break. Here's Collins. A putback. Trailblazers keep it alive. There's 1:40 left to play here in the second quarter. McCollum outside. Just 5 to shoot. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Now, here's DJ. Defense is right there. The shot's good from Henson.
This is where he should operate. Henson has developed his skills, but has limited range.
Napier kicks to McCollum. On the wing. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 3 assists in the game. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a win against the Pacers.
They drew a lot of fouls in that game, guys, and that was the one area that really stood out when you watched it.
And it wasn't just the points that they got at the line that helped their cause. It was the foul trouble on the other side that went along with it. Several players stranded on the bench for long stretches, and the coach having to re-strategize.
Here's McCollum. Second shot opportunity. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following. As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Monroe. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Antetokounmpo. DJ is checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Brogdon. And then for the Trailblazers, Davis is checked in for Swanigan. Collins comes in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Aminu in for McCollum. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with DJ. Then there's Mirza Teletovic. Then it's Jabari Parker. And it's Hawes in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And the foul called on DJ. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. First one falls for him. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. On offense, here are the Bucks. They trail by 16. Teletovic the screen. And a wide open look for DJ. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
Well, a big reason why Dellavedova is out there is because he can see who's available.
Here's Napier. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.